Hey, believe it or not, that actually is straight. Funny to level that one. Well, anyway, welcome to live Candlepin bowling from Mason's Bowling Center, Leominster, Mass. There wasn't an event last week because I was recording next month's episode of Watch Me Suck at Bowling. So that's why there wasn't a live event last week. Still trying to warm up, try to fill a page. We got up to 8 frames the last time I did a live event. We got to slowly build up. Remember, when I first started doing this way back when, 4 games was exhausting. I got up to 8 when my groin muscles decided it didn't want to go any further. Although later on I found out they could have probably gone, but safe side. Anyway, so we are on lane number 11. Unfortunately, although now that they've redone things here, the pin plates have been fixed. Apparently they fixed what Mark Ritchie calls the bouncy stuff on the side of the wall, so this place isn't as hard as it used to be. Hello, Derek. Hope you have a great day and have fun bowling. Thank you very much. And speaking of, let's get game 1 going. Oh yeah, they also redid the approaches so they're slippery as anything. And because they redid the pin plates, we get better action, but the wood will roll around a little bit. Now that it's stopped, we can go. Start with a spare. We all know what that means. It's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Already. What will the bonus be? I guess now that they fixed the pin plates, the slightly advantageous tilt of the pin setter exposing the right-handed pocket is a better thing. When it was really hard, it wasn't. Then that happened. El Stinko is a good 5, but it stinks for that lead. Helpful wood. Curse of the Phil, per usual. Nice job in your turkey the other day. Thank you very much. First game you bowl, I'm guessing. Hey, I bet you probably got that right. Curse of the Phil with a 7. There we go. We know we had to have the errant first ball 7 or 10 pin. Niner. Will a train wreck happen? Once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? First one was okay, but the leave kind of sucked. Another 5-fill, but again, El Stinko for the stinky leave. It's Bob Caleri. Let's say hi to Bob Caleri. Hi. You know what? I think it's time to show them the door. And since they've redone stuff, it's a little easier, meaning I have a marginal chance in doing it. So far, every mark is a cursed fill. Is a cursed frame. What's that? And now, the halftime report. Start with a spare, that's pretty good. Then curse to the fill with a 7, but at least 5 fell in the first ball. 9, spare. And again, curse to the fill with a 7, but 5 fell. Bob Caleri was not nice to us. 53, false hope for 3 digits. But sometimes I've been really low and got well into the 3s. Got an 8 out of that double pinochle. You see, Old Masons, that wouldn't have happened. Very slippery floors. Niner. Unless I mark or get all 10s, I can kiss the 3-digit game goodbye. Didn't really want famine from the four horsemen to fall over. It was too thin. If that did go, it still would have counted. It was just barely on. To make minimum acceptance within these last two frames, I need that many. Now we'll need a mark to make 3 digits. Well, there's a mark. Now, since we're now we finished the game, but now we need to throw our 2 El Stinko the bonus balls to wrap it up. I forgot to look at the comments halfway. I like to look at them midway and at the end of each game. I do not intend to alpha omega sin my fans. Sometimes there's a gap in coverage as well, so if a comment comes through during that time, it will never be seen. My phone is very temperamental with the internet. El Stinko 1. El Stinko 2. We need 3 of them. Of course. Welcome to Masons. I needed 3, so we get 2. Alrighty. Halftime line, there it is. 8, 9, 9. A strike with a lousy 2 fill. But a 99, not 100. Still, good game. Welcome to Masons. Yep. The lag of the internet. Alright. Go over high singles and that. High single 142 done at Putnam Street in Fitchburg. Low 44 done here. My high single here at Masons is 125. I was going to bring something up, but I forgot what. So game number 2. Well, it's our friend Bob Caleri again, this time showing his other side. But unbeknownst to him, he's resting against a piece of wood that could make it easy to get rid of. And start with a wonderful 7. That would have been a lucky shot. There, that 10 helps out. Held on to that one too long. Time for the Emily, which is nothing ball 1, the whole rack in ball 2. First stink frame of the day with 4. I guess this game's garbage. 7. Old Masons, that never would have happened. That is a dumb luck spare. Dumb luck and backdoor. That may have righted the ship a little bit. 7. Hey, there's a 10. And then there's that. And then there's that. And a spare. So we have at least a 38 without stink of the bonus ball. Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to mention. 2 will put me at the bottom of average skill. And average skill in candlepin bowling, according to the ICBA, casual league bowlers average around 90. So most people's averages fluctuate around 10. So 80 to 100 is pretty good. I want that minimum of 80. 70s is not really that great. So if we get 2, we'll right the ship. Instead, we leave 2 standing for 8. I like the fact that they've redone things here. That makes the half of 46. Welcome to Masons. I just got screwed. Authoritative 10. As Dave Madela says, when you throw a half Worcester, it's pretty when it goes, getting the spare. Right hand half Worcester, not fun for right-handers. Craptacular 5. A lily, just to throw salt on the wounds. It's the old Masons, you wouldn't get the helicoptering either. Salvaged in 8. All right, last frame, I need this much to get to minimal acceptance. Wonderful double P knuckle strikes again at 6. Alrighty. Battery level still okay. Here's a point we're going to have to plug her in. 10, 5, 8, 9, 6, 84. That's a pretty decent game. Game number 3. Okay, game 3 is actually sponsored by absolutely no one. If you don't need anything, just ask absolutely no one. Okay, conquest from the Four Horsemen fell. That's not a good thing. However, the wood is set up that it could help take out war in the back there. See? Problem is I was aiming for death. Start with a 10. Oh, and I may have Alpha Omega sinned somebody. Oh, 2022 Lucas, nice, something or other. And again, hi to Matthew Riley. Started with 10. Here we go with that crap again. So, hello Mike Forrest. Apparently the signal crapped. It really likes doing that. Nothing at Mason's is easy, although the internet's now harder than the game. So now we got 2 frames in frame 3. They're both 10s. If I get a third 10 on this channel, it's called the Microwave Turkey Dinner. But if I can get at least a 10 in every frame, a 10, strike, or spare. Hello, Chris Allen. If I get all 10 pins down every frame, it's a perfect game in Candlepin. Some guy last year, sometime over the summer, got the lowest scoring perfect game, which is 100, all 10s. The highest is unachievable. Highest score on the world record books is 245, Carl Sem. I think that's his name. No, you know what? I'm thinking of someone else. Carl Sargent and somebody named Sem, but I keep forgetting his name. The lane. Actually, they don't look bright because they put in brighter lights over the lanes. So they all don't look like they're run at all. They got brighter lights. All right, frame 3. Well, kiss the perfect game goodbye. Didn't expect it anyway. So. Just behind the lob line, too. Alrighty, we know what time that is. It means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? So far, the bonuses we have were, outside of the strike of all things, were okay. The strike was terrible. The strike was only a 2. And the others were 5s, but lousy leaves. Actually, there was a weird 8. I forgot about that one. However, this one is a 9. Oh, well, it's the 9. Anyway, here's the halftime report. 10, 10, goodbye, perfect game. A spare with the 9, and that was all I got. As if 9 wasn't too bad for me. Anyway, 55. Alrighty, gotta remember to keep hitting this thing. Solid pocket hit says... Okay, this thing's being... says Mike Forrest. Dylan the Brunswick Bowler, hello. And hello to you too. That ball hit the wood behind the 1 and 3, took out the 10, perfectly legal. As long as the ball hits a fair pin or fair wood. Just the 8, although put that in quotes. Was actually aiming for those 2, but hey, still an 8. Eight again. Same situation as game one. 2 frames to get that many for minimum acceptability. Need a mark for that many numbers in the score. Nine. All right, I need to make at least a spare to have a chance at 3 digits. That's about as thin of a head pin hit as you can get. There's the chance. That was not going where it was going, but the left hook was a little more than normal. Exactly, Chris Allen. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball, to wrap this game up. We need that many for that many numbers in the score, so the half Worcester will work. Well, we got what we needed. What a craptacular end, but it wasn't too bad, especially coming back. 8, 8. You have to ask the lanes. No, they don't seem to care, especially this place. Although one of the guys at the desk, if he has to service my machine, he wants me to at least cover the lens. 8, he doesn't want to be on. Although when he services other lanes and he's in shot, he is. 9, spare with a lousy 2 fill. But hey, there we go. 3-digit score at Mason's. Even though Mason's is easier, that's still a thing. Because it's still a hard house, just not ridiculously hard. So that being said, let's just check. You have to ask. Didn't see that coming. Good afternoon. So hello, Mr. Mike Forrest. And typically the bowling alleys tend to not mind people recording because it's good for their business. All right, game number 4. And unlike 2 weeks ago, I'm still feeling pretty good. Yeah, things are starting to complain slightly, but it's pretty good still. start with 8, and that pin on the second ball does count because it hit a fair piece of wood prior to hitting the pin. Like I always say, I repeat things because people jump in and out of these live streams. Time for the Emily. That's where ball 1 is a Zippo, and ball 2 is everything else. Or the worst case scenario of a 6 because of the 4 horsemen still standing. Pin behind the 1 and 2 could help clear the 4 and 7. War remains for the 9. Wonderful 7. Niner. Bowling God's middle finger for 9. Halftime report. Got an 8, 9, 7, 9, and 9 again for a halfway decent 42. 8 maintains. And the ship is sinking with 6. Looks like we're not going to make a decent game. That's a 7. I need my bowling balls to come back. Oh, there's 3 of the 4. Since we had a 6 and a 7, 8's no longer maintained. So we need a mark. Actually, we'll get 8 or less because we need 9 to just scrape by. Pulled that one out of. Do they have the air conditioning on in here? Anyway. 8, 6, 7, 8. And then a 10. Squeaked it in with 81. Fourth ball is missing, but at the end we'll worry about that. Game number 5, still feeling pretty good. Another lovely 7 to start. No, that is definitely not a Mason's thing, until now. For Dennis Nuzzo, yes, they have fixed the place to a point you would probably find it palatable. I want my bowling balls back. Oh, they all decided to show up all of a sudden. Now, if this were an actual tournament, I would have forfeited the entire strike with a 0 frame, but technically we were trying to get our bowling balls back because only 1 or 2 were showing up at a time. But it's casual, so whatever. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. I never mentioned in this video places where I got double strikes. First time, Putnam Street, because it's Putnam Street. Second time was Acton Bowlodrome because it's a grease pit. Third place was Brian's Bowlaway, which is a tough house. And I can't say of all places now because they fixed this place up quite a bit. Mason's was 4th. But the surprising thing, the last place I got a double strike was New Palace. So, with everything all fixed up and much easier than it used to be, albeit still a tough house, can we do it again here? "20 feet down the lane, I called it nope. Worst case scenario, a 7 fill. El Stinko 2. I was aiming conservatively towards the head pin, but missed. 8 fill on a strike is considered good. Niner. Second ball just didn't work out. Reverse half Worcester for an 8. Well, as Dave Matala calls it, the 1, 5, 8, 9, the flux capacitor. That's King of the Palace term. But wood behind it. Looks like it's rolling backwards again. I might just self-serve. Fresh with that. Eight. Halftime report. 7. Strike. The weirdest of back strikes. Before they fix the place up, you'd never see that here at Mason's. But you did today. 9. First 8 falling from the first 2 balls. And a pair of 8s for a 50 even. Don't get fresh with that. Yeah. Oh, Brown's backer. What makes it a tough house versus an easy one? Well, tough could be anything. Easy, usually the gutters are a little flatter, or they're flat. As many people say this doesn't exist as a term. I know it's a term because I've heard it, and that's why I use it. Some call the Canadian gutters, which Canadian houses are actually getting rid of. That's when it's flat all across. Acton is like that. It could be tough, could be anything. It could be deep gutters like here. Could be that the bouncy stuff on the side walls is crap or non-existent. Could be the pins are heavy. Could be the pin deck is not maintained at all. Could be the lanes aren't maintained well at all. Anything can make it tough. But usually a well-maintained house that's tough, it's usually the big culprit is the deeper gutters. That's typically it. Because Brian's is like that. In spite of how it looks like it's falling apart, everything is actually fairly well maintained. So yeah, tough, it could be anything. Alrighty, second half. Deja vu from the first half Worcester right that I shot. They say for your third ball, never go for the hero shot, go for the obvious points. I went for the hero shot, and that's why. Instead of an easy 7, all 10. I generally do not go for the hero shot, but the piece of wood that was next to that head pin, just had to go for it. How's the battery doing? Poorly. Time to plug in. Time for breakups and dropouts. Plus waiting for the balls to come back. This pin set is really slow at getting it back. -1. If I could throw a fast ball, that could have been a spare. Another niner. Found the curtain between that tiny space there. 7. Smack dab middle of average if I can get 5 more. That went in the gutter first, no good, 7. Alright, doing funny little doodle things in the frame counter there. You'll see it for halftime of Game 6, just like the others. 10, 9. I'll get to that comment in a moment. 9, and then fell apart with 7s, 92. All right, let's see what we got here. Brown's Becker, hello. Thanks, I never bowled Candlepin, only discovered watching King of the Palace and got hooked. Bowled the normal 10-pin. Entertainment for a guy laid off a farm. Oh, I feel bad for you. And living in a COVID-19 for a lot. Yeah. Now the funny thing is, we were up here were jealous of you guys having all this freedom, and we were all locked up. Now it's the other way around. Well, hopefully you'll get through it. Fortunately for me, or unfortunately, I was considered a essential employee because a lot of the stuff I do is in the manufacturing of medical equipment and calibration of said equipment. I was one of the lucky ones. The only good thing about the whole disaster, and honestly, I really wouldn't want it for the reason of said disaster, was the commute was easy. But like I said, I'd rather it be hard and everybody back to work than being easy because everybody's laid off. Now, that being said, game number 6. 3 of my 4 balls are back. I know the 4th one does come back. I might have to throw a few extra down there to get it. That's a typical thing with ball one. And like I said, I repeat myself because people jump in and out. Time for the Emily. That's 0 in ball 1. The whole thing in ball 2. Threw a couple house balls down there to get them all back. That's a 10. More so on the right-hand side of the house, like lanes 18 to 24. Sometimes I've had as many as 2 bowling balls actually escape the equipment and get stuck in the back room. So that's why I shot them all to see I get them all back. Really looked at the last second. And there's the first I wish it was ball 2 moment. And we are running the perfect game so far. And like I say, I repeat myself because people jump in and out. Candlepin bowling, a perfect game is that you knock down every ball. Knock down every pin in every frame, whether it takes 1, 2, or all 3. Some guy last summer got the minimum perfect game score of 100. That's 10s in all frames. The highest score ever in Candlepin is 245 in the world record books. Carl Sargent and somebody Semb. I keep forgetting his first name. Anyway, let's see if we can get a perfect game going. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you've seen that one, but the closest I came to a game was 7. The first 7 frames were 10 or better. Then 8 and 9 ruined it with a pair of 8s, and then 10 was a 10. That game was a 104. Is great. As my buddy Chris would say, 8 is great. And to answer the question, you haven't seen him because he now works weird hours where we can't meet up and bowl. Welcome to COVID lanes. Was trying for the easy 3 and not the hero shot with the head pin. Only got 6. Finally, a mark. Halftime report. We got a 10 and another 10 and ruined, but we expect that. An 8 and the 6. And a spare. So we got at least a 44 with El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? There it is. Oh, geez, the worst you can do. Spread eagle with prey in both talons. El Stinko really sucked with the 2. Making the half of 46, but this may not be a pretty end. week 7, but hey, for what we had. Talk about curse of the fill. Rare appearance, ball number 4. And here we go at freezing. Oh, are we working now? Hello? All right. Yeah, when it's remotely warm, this phone doesn't like to work. And I mean remotely warm. I didn't get a chance to process it yet, but I did an arcade one-up Atari cabinet thing, but I recorded it because 90 degrees, this phone won't work. Alrighty, frame 7. Another week 7. Still strange that I gotta wait for a piece of wood to settle down at Mason's, because I used to joke that the pin plates had sandpaper on them because they were so rough. If pin fell, it would just play dead. You know, if there's one person that would blow a perfectly good spare, and there's another I wish was ball to a moment. Last frame, if I can clear the whole plate, will make the very middle of average. Because right now we're at the very bottom end. A little too full, but anyway. Lousy 2 fill on the spare. Thanks to that 7 Curse of the Fill. The spread eagle with prey in both talons. Then another 7. 10. 10. And an 8 for 88. So this is halftime. So I'll be back in a moment. Hopefully the fourth ball will be back. And then we'll clean off the bowling balls and start the second half. Feeling pretty good. And now, the fourth ball didn't come back, did it? All right, they're all back. But the one I threw to get them back, still out there. All right, let's just make sure this is alive, and it is. It's so bright, I can't really use the noise in the video to determine if it died or not. All right, second half, game 7. Well, that's a start. And let's check our comments. Browns, Becker, strike. Exactly. Same thing, Chris. Yeah, it froze a few times already. Yeah, like I said, this phone's temperamental with the internet, and there is something about Masons it doesn't like. Alrighty. 2 El Stinko, the bonus balls. What will the bonus add up to? I'm starting to feel my back getting cold. So far a 4. Might be just complaining, it didn't hurt as much that time. That's an 8, Phil. $18 for the first frame. 10. Once again, going for the perfect game where at least every frame has a 10 or better. Went for the hero shot because I could afford it. Mission failed at 6. Should have stayed in the normal spot instead of sliding over to the left. If that shot were a little more to the left, that might have worked. Take a 10. Yeah, I think I just did didn't like something I did. As I'm going, it's not hurting as much. It's, one of those pains that just reminding you're doing something and then it quiets off. Strike. Then a 10, first 2 balls with 8. Then the 6 to ruin that. Again, we tried to be a hero because we could afford it. Then an 8 and a 10, 52. That one just completely fell out of my hand. Time for the Emily. Nothing ball 1, everything ball 2. Welcome to Masons. Screwed. 5. Screwed. Screwed. By perfect game. Yeah, pretty much usually how it goes. And thanks for the good $10 comment, Mr. Brownsbacker. Eight. Eight is great. Two frames to hit 7, which is the bare minimum of acceptance. Is great. Need 9 to hit smack dab middle of average. That's her. Week 7. That hurts. An 8. An 8. Then guess what? An 8. And you'll never guess the next one. Actually, you probably could. It's a 7. 88. And my goal is, even with my current skill, that I would like to at least have half the games 80 or higher. That's 7 of them. We've had the great full-blown collapse before where we got 6 or 7, I think, and then everything tanked right after. Game number 8. Let's see if it doesn't. Start with a lovely 7. Another beautiful 7. Of course. Okay, 9, that helps. Outside of a piece of wood on the right, this is exactly the same thing. But not denied this time. Alrighty. Robbed and then spare all of a sudden. Is there any kind of ball movement with spin that you play when aiming, like in 10-pin? Actually, the way I play 10-pin, I try to mimic Candlepin. But I know that once it gets into the thinner oil up ahead on a house pattern, that it's going to go left a little bit. So Candlepin, it is what it is. 10-pin, I try to sort of play it like Candlepin, but aim slightly more to the right. And with that again, El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? And duck pin, same as candles, just aiming. Although slightly more to the right because the balls are heavier and they tend to curve more. And you say I don't suck. Granted, it's part-time, but what bowler that's decent would have thrown it away like that? That's an I wish it was ball 1 and 2 moment. That being said, it's another halftime report. Pair of 7s, then a 9, then the craptacular spare. Well, with no bonus. The other two balls got the 10, which who knows how much higher the game could have been, but a 43. Oh, that battery's not recovering. Might have to put it on the full charge, which means it'll drop out like mad. I'll wait till it gets like 18 or so. It's on a battery pack, but I'm deciding to be nice and just use the minimal trickle. Yeah, I think my back was just telling me my left arm went back too much. Because it's definitely been calming down. Yeah, don't you just hate those kind of reminders from your body? Don't go this far, because then it hurts and then it goes away. The important thing is it's going away. Meaning we didn't actually get hurt. Middle finger for now. Wonderful 5. A, don't do that at home. B, Candlepin lanes are not oiled, they are varnished. And most of the people know I don't do stupid things, so they let me do that. They even let me go under to see if there's a close call if the ball is past a deadwood line. In that case, going for the hero shot wouldn't have made much of a difference. It's one either way. And most of that wood was in the gutter, so if it went in the gutter, it would mean nothing. So I got time. What could have been? Eight's great. Last frame need at least 6 for bare minimal acceptance. If it weren't for that, we probably would have been better. 9, 5, 9, 8, 7. Minimal acceptable 81. I'm still feeling okay. Game number 9 will be a thing. Start with the kingpin remaining for 9. Nice recovery for the 9. this thing. And 7. Might get better. 7. I say that about the ball return as well. Where are they? That is a 9. This ball 2 went in the gutter first. Halftime reports. Oh, battery is going up a little bit. Niner. 7. Niner. Minimal acceptance, halftime of 41. You know, it's very rare that every game on the sheet is 80 or above. So, I mean, we are due for something to be mediocre or even crap-tacular, one or the other. Finally, a mark. The kingpin wasn't safe, even though they all went through the trouble of avoiding it until the second ball took it. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? El Stinko is a week 4. Curse of the Fill, it's just the 4. Welcome to Masons. I think this is going to be the crap game, 6. There, that may have saved it. That's it. Minimal acceptance, we need 5 for this last frame. We know we've done worse. That is not worse. Niner. That helped. Alrighty, slightly better. There it is. Spare. The ultimate Curse of the Fill. Ball 1 being the only thing that was worth anything. The other one missed, the other one went in the gutter. Then a lousy 6. Then a 10 and a 9. Which helped save the game with an 84. Still heading towards that rare no stinker on the sheet. It has happened here, I think, twice. Let's clean the bowling balls one more time. Where's number 4? There it is. Yeah, typically, even if the house is fairly clean, I'll go through the halftime, clean them. Then the fourth quarter, I'll clean them. Because then the hands get filthy. And the 2 that to get the 4 back haven't returned. Game 10. Looks like we're going to make it. Got rid of the 4 horsemen with the spare. There's gotta be something wrong with this return. Good start, thanks Brown. Chris Allen, thanks for the support. Saw someone can't get a $2, so even the good, yes, especially a half Worcester. That tends to be the thing where they usually get a 2. And it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get with this one. Pinboy likes to walk towards me. 7, not too bad. And for a really good bowler, not a bad lead. Best first frame was an 18, that was on a strike. 17 is what we have here. Sometimes I'm a good bowler. Once again, it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Back-to-back spares. Now, if I can get a spare or a strike, because Candlepin is harder, it is called a turkey, similar to 3 strikes in the other 2 sports. It's El Stinko's job to stink, and it did that time with a 1. And they're playing music, but I don't think you two will pick it up. Might hear some treble, that's about it. Wants a crap fill with an okay ending, an 8. I needed to hit the wood on the left. Oh, no, the microphone's on this side, so I don't have to worry about their personal device over there as much. Yeah, I twisted wrong there. That's an 8. Couldn't fit a sheet of paper between the ball and the 2-pin with a lousy 6. Halftime report. 2 spares in a row. Ball on the second spare giving 7. Second spare, first ball of that 8, only knocking down 1. 8 and 6, lousy 6. 50. I don't think Trebleville will cause a problem. Then again, like I said, the speaker's on this side and their phone playing music's on that side. Usually that does make a difference. All right. Oh boy, the high-low jack, but we got wood. If we can aim to the... Well, aim for the head pin. Or completely miss, but get a decent 8 out of it. Screwed again. Twice came close, twice got screwed over. 5. Twice I did that. Not bad for something that slipped out of my hand. Now before they refurb the pin decks, the pin would just sit there and stay, but since it's smooth, it's rolling around. We gotta wait for it to stop. Too far to the right. We'll take 9. Middle finger for 9 again. I need 9 to hit the smack dab of average on this last frame. If I could throw a fastball that end cap hit, might have got a spare. But we got 9. That being said, 8, 5, 9, 9, 9 again, right in the middle of the 90. Game number 11, and I've been as someone walked in the door. That is one very crooked snow plow. In fact, if I stand 2 feet from you, I'm staring at it straight on. Niner. That one was good. Missed it by that much. 8. Then a wonderful 5. This is the second lowest score. finger for 9. I guess I gotta clean my hand. As I perspire, they need to be cleaned more frequently. Middle finger for that. Halftime. This could be the one that blows it. 9, 8. What ruins things? 9 and an 8. The good news is we are at the bottom end with 40. So far we're at 7, best we can do is 9. Need 8s to maintain. And there's the 8. Niners help. Eights maintain the bottom end of average, 9s and 10s help. Of course, strikes and spares even more so, even if there's a goose egg fill. Welcome to Masons. Another I wish it was ball 2 moment. 10.
We're on 6, you're on 5.
10, 10's help. Marks will be good. We're really low on those. Probably because, like I said, we're not used to bowling since the return July 6th when phase 3 of the pandemic recovery started. That almost clinches a decent game. Last frame, we need at least 3 to hit bottom of average. Worst we've done so far is a 4. Worst score so far is an 81. We stall because this thing stalls returning my bowling balls back. Yeah, I think I need to mention something's off with the return here. Let's check comments while we wait. Good job. All right, I'm keeping an eye on one person. All right, here's number 3, so we can get started. Hit my lip on the second ball. 7. All right, I think we're winding down pretty much. I am going to survive the whole way through. We got one more game left on the paper. 8, 9, 10, 10, 7. No microwave turkey dinner. 84. Is this the great crash, how most games end, or most series end? Will this be good, or will this be okay? Let's find out. Final game. Another I wish it was ball 2 moment with a 10. Now that they fixed this place up and it plays pretty decently, it's hard to tell if I'm getting better. Well, I'm waiting for my bowling balls. Never mind, they came back. At least 3 of them did. Ladies and gentlemen, bowl number 4. All right, in order to do this, we're gonna have to play the wood. We're gonna try to hit it in the middle or slightly to the right. Hopefully the ball will take out the 10 and the pin to 7. Now, if the ball might have to bounce off the curtain to take off the 10. So long as it hits a fair pin, it'll count. Or it could be entirely wrong, although it was just a hair too close to center. Ten. On my second frame, I've got a 10 and just put 10 down for the score, but I had a 9 before. It looks like that's behind the line. It didn't travel too far up on the pin deck. It looks like it's behind it. Almost got screwed out of that spare. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, ball number 4. So once again, time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? It's probably the last. Probably the last, because like I said, not used to going this long. I'm trying to build it back up.
3 and 4. 3 and 4.
The likely last El Stinko had distinct half-lister left to. Niner kingpin remaining. Halftime report. The last one. 9, 10, 10. Spare with a lousy 2 from the 9. First ball getting only 2. 50. Alrighty, let's wrap this up. was a COVID lane screw. Went for the 3 points and got him, leaving the middle clear for the 8. 9. All right, while we're waiting for the balls to return, some of you might be asking, what does heavy or light mean? Same thing as full or thin. If it's light or thin, it means you hit the pin on the extreme side, meaning you barely touched it. If it's too full or heavy, you hit it dead on, which is usually what you don't want, especially on your first ball. Common myth: to get a strike, throw the ball down the middle. That's exactly how you don't get a strike. And if you do it perfectly in Candlepin, you've seen it happen. A spread eagle with prey in both talons. Only the 1 in 5 goes. All right, now that we got at least 3 of the 4, let's continue. Here we go. 2, 3. That's all we need to play the frame. Wonderful 7. To make minimum acceptability, you got 2 frames to get 4 points. For the first time in a very long time here at Mason's, no stinkers on the sheet. And we still have 2 balls and 1 more frame. Got the 10. We can hit middle of average with 4 points. 104, we can finish.
That's it.
That'll do it. In duckpin and candlepin, the 10th frame always ends with 3 balls. If you get a strike, you get your 2 bonus. If you get a spare, you get your 1 bonus. Or if you fail, you get all 3 balls to try to knock all 10 down. So we got a spare. Here's ball 3, El Stinko. Great wins. Now let's see what El Stinko will be, says Chris Allen. Welcome to Masons, he said very late. Hello, Watson. There were a few of those, and there were a couple of COVIDs. Let's end this thing. Ooh, that many numbers in the score, if I can get that many. That's twice than that many. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, ball number 4. I don't need to throw balls down to get them back. 9, 10, 7, 10, and then 3 balls no matter what. The first 2 was a spare, the last one was the 8. 104. And we made it all the way through all 12 games. I think I may be finally back up to speed, at least in endurance. Game 1, 99, 2, 84, 3, 100. The low one, 81. No stinkers today. 5, 92, 6, and 7. 88. 8, tying the low at 81. 9, 84. 10, 90. 11, 84. And ending on a big bang, 104 for number 12. When this place was really, really hard, if I could get 1 3-digit score in like maybe 50 games, that was pretty good. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, I'll look at it more towards fortunately. When they were closed for the pandemic, they redid the approaches, which are very slippery. They redid the pin plate, so pins actually move on it now. They added new, as Mark Ritchie calls it, bouncy stuff on the sides, so you get a little action off the walls now. But it's still a hard place because of the deep gutters, because once anything gets there, it's usually trapped. So that is it from Mason Recreation Center. It's known as both Mason Bowling Center and Mason's Recreation Center, because I got the mini golf over there, over that way behind that door. No stinkers today, very rare. Ding. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.